This is Lindsay. It is Wednesday, February 25th, 2026, and I just am going to continue to document this organized harassment, stalking, whatever you want to call it, that I'm being basically, there's still the same thing going on with that narcissistic asshole fucking jerk, because that's exactly what he is. He's a fucking insensitive asshole. And pardon my cussing, but at the same time, no, I'm not gonna pardon my cussing, because this person is trying to instill so much anxiety and fear and panic in my life that he deserves to be exposed for it. And that's why I am going to keep making these videos about this, because the people that do this kind of thing, whenever they know that a person is under a lot of stress and under a lot of anxiety and pressure, and then they continuously do their stalking and being aggressive and pushy with their behavior, because it's an invasive, it's invading my privacy. And so what happened yesterday, so for the past couple days, because he's been so consistent with his harassment, or coming over here and demanding that I give him attention, or demanding of my time and energy, basically. So, it's all done to interrupt me and to throw me off my course, to throw me off what I like to do, because whenever these people know that you like to do something, then that's what they want to do, is they want to make sure that you don't do that anymore, or try to disrupt your peace, and anything and everything that you might have that's going on in your life. And that's what the agenda is of these narcissistic, psychopath, controlling, serpent, snake type people. Because I don't know how else to describe this kind of behavior. I've never seen somebody so fucking arrogant and narcissistic in my entire life, ever and ever. It doesn't make any sense to me why people behave this way, except to punish another person after they've been exposing a certain individual or a certain organization for what they're doing. And that's what's happening to me, is because like I've said before, I've been exposing this man. I've been exposing his constant sexual pressure, like his perverted, aggressive behavior towards me. And this is what makes these people mad, and that obviously makes them retaliate. But I feel that it's my duty to talk about this, because if I don't talk about it, then it's not good. If I keep it bottled up, that's not good. So I have to at least document it, whether it gets published on my channel or not. I don't know. I don't always publish everything I talk about, but that's beside the point. The point is that I have to talk about it. I'm not going to keep quiet about the fact that I'm being abused by a whole entire community and system of narcissistic individuals that are probably part of some kind of corrupt drug group or something, secret society, whatever it is that they're involved with, or when they're going against me because I keep on exposing it. So like yesterday, of course, the day before yesterday, he showed up, and I was upset. I got really upset, and I started crying, because this man is so pushy and so aggressive, and what they want to do is get you to react emotionally. And so he started, demanding that I do this, or that I do that, and then let's go do this, let's go do that. I said, I don't want to. I want to be left by myself. Please, just leave me alone. And I said, I already know what you're all about. And I told him again that I know about I saw your Facebook. I see what you're doing to me with using this other woman. You and this woman and other people are clearly working in tandem against me to try to confuse me, to try to do something to me. It's obvious, and you're using your that Facebook profile and all that stuff to do this. And don't think I don't see what you're doing, because I see it. And don't lie to me. And of course, what they do is when you've caught them in a lie, or when they, or they deny their lie, they'll lie again and again and again to cover up that lie. And so what he did was wrong. What this man did is completely wrong. And me allowing him to come back into my life is even more stupid, which is really dumb on my end. But I know now that I'm not gonna continue to let this man bully me around or use me like a fucking puppet or a emotional regulator for whatever the hell is going on in his relationship, or whatever is going on with that woman, which is all a setup anyway, most likely, but just to get even with me, or to get me to react, because that's what's, like I said, once again, he's doing things to get me to react, to try to punish me and shame me, or what, and things of this nature. And it's just really fucking stupid. But that's what he's doing. So he showed up the other day, and I got really upset. I started crying. I almost had a panic attack. I felt really sick, and I literally just like started crying, and I said, "Get out of here, leave me alone." And he started like hugging me and saying, "It's okay, you have me, you have me." I said, "Look, I don't want you to bother me anymore. You are the problem, not any. I'm fine by myself. You keep coming in to my life and bothering me and pressuring me and demanding my time and knocking on my door and disrupting me, then that's when it makes me mad. And what you're doing it on purpose to try to get me to react. And it's cruel. This is a form of abusive. It's abusive. It's coercive abuse is what it is. And that is illegal. In most countries, it's illegal. It's a crime. But here in the United States, if a woman is being tortured or domestically abused or harassed or stalked, the fucking police, the arrogant shit asshole police, don't do anything. And most of them are arrogant assholes who are not going to do anything because there's no evidence. Unless a person has actually physically done something to you, you can't just call the police and say, "I'm being stalked, I need to do a restraining order." They're not going to do it. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to pay any attention to you. That's the problem with a lot of these so-called domestic abuse things. Escalate. They might start out as something small, like arguments or somebody feeling like their privacy is being violated, or that they're being harassed, or that they're being cornered, or whatever, or that they're being violated on their property, and that somebody's stalking them. Well, like I said, unless there's some kind of physical evidence that person has caused you harm, or something, or you have some kind of proof, they're not going to do anything unless you call the police immediately when the person is on your property. I guess then maybe they'll show up, but then what are they going to do? Laugh at you? Which is what a lot of the times they'll probably do, these people, because they're all involved with Freemasonic networks and secret societies and whatnot, and so they're like a brotherhood, and it's usually them against you. So there's really not a lot you can do, because these kinds of things, when it comes to you, if you're being stalked or harassed by an ex who's obsessed with you, who is obsessed with destroying your life and hoovering you to ruin you and to destroy your reputation or your finances or your career or whatever it is that you might have going on or that you're trying to do, your business, they're only coming back to try to cause more harm. And I have said this ad nauseum. I've talked about it over and over again, how when they come back into your life after a discard or whatever, people think that they're coming back to try to reconcile or to try to make things better or to apologize or to, they want to get back with you and they feel bad. And, no, you might think that because it seems like that sometimes because it's so bizarre what they do when they hoover you over and over again, because they're so desperate for your reaction is what it's about. And they're so desperate for attention that they want you to react because that right there gives them fuel. But it's not when they do come back to hoover you after they, when it's over and they've disappeared or you've gone about your life and you've moved on and vice versa. they're just coming back to just cause more problems, and people, it's not going to get these kinds of relationships, as much as you might want to believe that they will work out and get better, and that they're coming back for good intentions. It's not that way. It's not that way. They're only coming back to try to test you, to try to see, to get, like I said, get your reaction again, to get you confused, to triangulate you with whoever they're involved with, or to cause problems, or, legal problems and financial problems, other problems. It's never of any good intention. They're only coming back because to cause problems. That's it. And this is a fact. I mean, I had to go through this to realize that it's true. That it's not of any good intention when they do this, because they'll come back acting all different, acting fake, acting like all of a sudden they want to spend time with you. They bring you little gifts. They want to take you out to dinner or take you to lunch. It doesn't make any sense, does it? Why would they be doing? Why would somebody who mistreated you during the whole 3 years, right, and you're only an object to them, and somebody who was basically a supply, who they treated like an object, a doormat, somebody they could take advantage of, why is it that they come back all of a sudden and try to act like everything is okay without ever apologizing for anything that they did or taking into account anything that they did to you, i.e. lying to you and cheating and being with someone else completely in a completely different relationship the whole time? Why is it that they would want to come back to you? Why do they do that? That's the question, is why would they do that? Well, number one, they'll do that because they know they fucked up with whoever they got involved with. It didn't go as they wanted, or they messed up. They moved on too quickly, because that's what narcissistic people do. Narcissistic, psychopathic, or sociopath men, I'm talking men here, what they'll do is whenever you've been discarded, or you discard them, whatever happens first, or whatever happened in that whole situation with these individuals, because it's always a situation. It's not really a real, it's like a fake relationship, right? But whatever happened, they're coming back because they moved on too quickly with whoever the other person is, and things, they expected things to go perfectly in that relationship, and it failed because they moved on too quickly, and they're trying to compare that person to you. They're always comparing every new relationship they get involved with. They're always going to be comparing that person to their ex, and so on and so forth. It's just really stupid what these people do, because they can't stand taking accountability for anything that they've done wrong, because they're so in denial, and their ego is so inflated with grandiosity, because they think they're perfect, right? And so they have to be in control. They have to come into your fucking house, into your space when you're doing well, and try to take over, right? They try to fucking come back in to your life and take over and take control of you, of your life, of your situation, to mock you, to make you feel bad, to insult you, to degrade you, to humiliate you, and do all this shit just to mess with you, just to make you feel, to try to make you feel bad about yourself. And so it's, you really, 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 and I'm talking here for myself, that I have really got to pay attention to my intuition and my instincts about a person, because these people will fool you. They are basically like, it's very weird. It's hard to describe, because you think that this person has good intentions, and that no, they don't. They don't. They have so much hatred and animosity towards people who cause them a narcissistic injury, but they are gonna fucking deceive you and ruin your life. And that's what this man is actively trying to do to me on a daily basis, because for whatever reason, he sees me as being vulnerable and an easy target. Why? Because I don't go out and fucking socialize and go to bars and get shit-faced drunk like he does, or snorting cocaine and doing whatever the fuck it is that this guy does, which I know he does. He lives a double life. He completely lied to me the whole time I was with him. He was involved with someone else, multiple women the whole time, okay? He's a liar, a two-faced liar, and he was after my money and after anything and everything to try to control my money, my life, my resources, and my body, basically trying to treat me like I was a fucking object. And it's the most insulting, degrading, humiliating kind of feeling that you can ever imagine going through when somebody does that to you. And all they see you as is just an object to try to fucking exploit and to try to take advantage of sexually. It's very, very degrading. And you're so angry at these people that you want to fucking slap them in the face. You want to do something physical to harm them. That's how you feel because you're so goddamn angry, but you can't. You can't imagine the times that I've been so angry at the way this man has treated me and basically exploited me that I've wanted to just fucking slap his face, but I didn't. I didn't ever get physically violent with this man because I know how to contain myself, but I use words to express my anger. But the way that they push you, the way that they violate your boundaries, disrespect you, discard you, and treat you like a fucking trash, like an object, is the most insulting thing that a person can go through. And the trauma, the trauma that you're left to deal with of the PTSD, and then they mock that and call you crazy and make fun of the fact that you're traumatized and blow that up in your face and call you crazy and laugh at you. This is how evil these people are. They're fucking evil. This man is so filled with so many demons that it makes me literally want to throw up. And I kept taking him back in to my fucking house, why? The question is, why am I allowing somebody to do that to me? And why is it that I have to continuously... Why do I have to validate myself? Why? Because nobody else is going to believe me. Nobody else is going to validate me. So I have to validate myself for what I've gone through because I clearly understand that people see me as being a weak person when in fact that's not true. What these people do is so insidious and demonic that they're basically like possessed demons that are coming back to destroy you and kill you if they can. You can't imagine the fake grin on this man's face. He's a fake, scripted jerk. Like everything is scripted with him. Everything is an act. Everything to him is a joke. People, me, everything's a joke. He only uses people to get what he wants. Which with me, it was something sexual. That's all that I was to him, was somebody who's providing something for him that I didn't even want to have to do. But that's all I was to him. Imagine going through that for 3 fucking years. And then on top of that, being fucking lied to the whole time. Imagine that. Wasting all your energy and time into a goddamn empty vessel that just is like a big incubus demonic something sucking away your life force. That's what I felt like. That's how it feels with these kinds of people. These narcissistic, psychopath, controlling people who have no empathy for anybody. They make fun of everybody, or me, that is to say, everything is a joke about me. I'm a fucking joke to him. I'm ugly, or I'm not perfect, I'm not good enough, I'm fat, or I'm too this, or I'm too that. They're horrible. The little calculated things that they do to try to drag you down and then triangulate you with their new supply or their former supply, whoever the recycled supply, whoever they're involved with, trying to create chaos in your life is what they do because they don't have anything fucking better to do, because they know that they're a fuck up. They know that they have to buy their way through society by being fake and wearing a mask. They pick on people who are vulnerable and empaths like me, because I see through the bullshit and I also have legit feelings for people. I don't do that to people. I don't believe in treating people like that. But when they do you wrong over and over and over again and violate your boundaries and step all over you and exploit you, then you have to talk about it and you have to expose them. Because why not? Why? Just keep letting them do that? Just keep letting them act like they own you, like you're a piece of fucking meat or property? And they get away with this kind of abuse, and nobody's... Why would I be afraid of some man? Why should I be afraid to open my mouth about this kind of abuse? Why should I be afraid to talk about it? to paint myself into a corner only to get fucking murdered or killed at some point. Because people like this, like I said, it starts out small and it escalates over time. They get so angry at the narcissistic injury that you've caused them that at some point they probably will try to fucking murder you. I wouldn't be surprised that if they've already tried to fucking poison me before, like he did, poison me in my own fucking house, literally, because I found the fucking evidence. Then what won't they do? What won't they do to try to fucking ruin you, right? You never know with these people who they're connected to, what they're going to do next. So I have to talk about it for my own goddamn sanity, because this man shows up any fucking time he wants, comes into my goddamn porch because he knows the code and I can't change it. I haven't had time, I have to get the fucking change the code or change my locks or something, because he seems to have access to everything in my life. Or so he thinks. God forbid would I ever give him a key to my fucking house. Thank God I don't. And he doesn't have my phone number. After changing it 20 fucking times at least because of him. Or 15 times. And no, he doesn't have my latest phone number. And no, he's not going to fucking get my phone number either. No way. But I'm telling you that they come into my house when I'm not here. I know because I came home. Yeah, I can talk about, I'll go get back to that in a minute. But here, let me talk about what happened the other day. Is that he shows up a couple days ago on his day off, whatever. Today is Wednesday. He had a day off like on Monday, I guess it was. And I did not want, he wanted to go to the Indian restaurant again. And so I was like, okay, I'll go with you. I didn't want to go, really. I really didn't want to go to the Indian restaurant. I wanted to just be. I told him, I said, look, I just want to be by myself and do my own thing. I don't want to be with you right now. I don't want to be with anybody. I want to be alone. And of course, they don't respect your boundaries. And I'm just trying to be fucking nice to him because I see that he's going through something, some kind of trauma with his current fucking wife or a girlfriend or a fiance or whoever that woman is on his Facebook, his girlfriend. So he's dragging all that fucking drama into my life like I'm supposed to fix that shit. Yet he's triangulating me with his girlfriend, his Nydia Cardenas girlfriend, whatever the fuck her name is, this woman that he's engaged to. And so he shows up here. And he's been bringing me these little gifts. Like he showed up so he went to the Indian restaurant, and and then I noticed it's right next to the table. The place was full. We got there around like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday, and it was full. The place was just filled with people. And was it either Sunday or Monday we went there? Whatever day it was, it may have been. I think it was either Sunday. Maybe it was on Sunday. I don't know. It was Sunday or Monday. But then I noticed that there was this man at the booth. We were sitting at the very end of the restaurant at a booth, and I was facing the restaurant. He was facing the wall, and I was like, do you want to change places? Or, if you want to face, I didn't really care, but I ended up sitting there facing the entire restaurant at this little Indian buffet restaurant or Indian restaurant. And then there was this black man, this African-American, whatever the man, he was at a table to my right on his on his laptop Mac, basically stared. That was a setup because he kept looking at me. That was all done like it was a clear setup. And Lewis had on his Yankees, fucking Yankees sweatshirt thing. So a lot of what he's doing to me is trying to shame me for who I am genetically, who my ancestors are, the fact that I had Confederate people, Confederate military people in the Civil War, in my ancestry. On my dad's side, my dad, and on my dad's side, on my grandfather's side, Ben Baldwin, my dad, Benjamin Armistead Baldwin Jr., my alleged father. Well, his mother, her name was Lucy, was related to Louis Armistead. So my dad's related. On my dad's side, his father's mother was related to Louis Armistead. Okay, so I've got that Louis Armistead, who was a general in the Confederate War, a general, Battle of Gettysburg, all that shit. He's my great-great-great-grandfather, whatever, on my dad's side, via my dad's grandmother, whatever. So yes, and so why the fuck should I have to feel ashamed for that? And I don't, by the way, but what these fucking dumb people do is they try to act like I should be ashamed for my own ancestry, my DNA, my genetics, the fact that I had ancestors in the Civil War, in the American Revolution, who settled in Virginia in this country, okay? Well, I don't feel in the least bit ashamed of that. As a matter of fact, I'm proud of my heritage. I couldn't care less if they were Confederates in the Civil War or not. So what? I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of my ancestry. So he, on the other hand, is one of these people, it's always got to be, and they've always got to go into direct opposition, these fucking narcissists. So it's always, it's got to be the North versus the South, or whatever the fuck it is, they're always in conflict with you. You're going to find that these people are always going to be in some kind of either invisible battle with you or very blatant open battle with you about simply for who the fuck you are, just because of my fucking blood in my DNA. And you know what? Fuck you, motherfucker. For trying to shame me about my ancestry. Who the fuck do you think you are? It's always this way with these people because they want to because I'm not somebody going around some fucking Martin Luther King fucking parade marching for civil rights. I'm not a black. I'm sorry, I'm not black. And he tries to shame me because I don't like the same fucking music that he likes. All this black, African, Caribbean, whatever the fuck it is. Good for you. Good. Why don't you go? For all I know, the guy is black or half black. Good for him. But all he's doing now is just shaming me because I'm not black, because I'm Caucasian. And he's angry at me about that. He's angry because I'm not some promiscuous whatever. Some fantasy that he wants to create that I'm some little fucking prostitute or promiscuous bitch walking around in fucking high heels in a miniskirt all the fucking time. He's a fucking jerk. And you know what about these people is they can't help who they are. Genetically speaking, that's just who they are. It's in his DNA to be a fucking asshole, womanizing person because it's in his blood, his DNA. That's just who he is. You can't change a person for who they are, and I'm not trying to, but I'm just saying he's a fucking animal. He behaves like a fucking predator, like an animal, like a fucking zoo animal, jungle animal, seeing me as some kind of an object that he's got to go chase and conquer and attack. And that's what he does. That's how he treats me, like I'm just a fucking piece of meat. And it's disgusting because they have no respect for anybody except themselves and what they want to use you for, which is always 98% of the time with these narcissistic, sex addict psychopaths. It's something sexual that they want with women. And then once they get that, they're going to keep looking for something better or something different, and then they're going to throw you away and keep on looking for something else. Always. That's what they do because they're hunting. They're pursuing. Basically, you're nothing but a piece of meat to them, and they're ingrained in their DNA to treat women like that. Because however the fuck he was raised, that's how he treats women. And I see it. I see how he treats me. I see how he comments about women. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you so utterly disgusting and vile? Where did you learn your fucking manners? Because you act like a goddamn fucking uncivilized animal. It's disgusting, and it's very uncomfortable. He puts on a fucking suit. I can see straight through your fucking facade. You're basically an animal wearing a goddamn 3-piece suit is all you are. Because he treats me like shit, like a fucking toy. So he violates my boundaries. He shows up when I'm trying to, so we go to the Indian place. He tries to embarrass me, makes me feel like I'm like, oh, look at the white girl thinks she's better than everybody else is what he seems to think. Yet he wants to be out in public with me to try to fucking humiliate me and shame me for just fucking breathing the fucking air. And then we went to the cemetery the other day because he's so scared of cemeteries and so afraid about the topic of death because, oh God, he's never, he acts like it's like, he's so like a little 5-year-old. He's afraid to confront anything that has to do with death or dying or cemeteries. So I was like, no, let's go there. Let's go visit you have a cousin, whatever, he was buried there. Let's go see her. Let's go find her grave. So we went to the cemetery. We didn't find her grave, but we walked around there at the Mission Park Cemetery. And that was fine, except all he did was bitch and complain the whole time about, I don't want to walk anymore. I'm tired. I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, you're a fucking 6'1", man. Get the fuck over it. Grow up. You know, here I am, basically, I've already done plenty of exercising all fucking morning. He shows up demanding that we go do something, and then he bitches and complains that he doesn't want to be there because he's tired. What have you been doing? Smoking dope or fucking fornicating all goddamn night, or doing crack cocaine or fucking coke or drinking alcohol? Because he's always tired. He comes over here and he's always fucking, he's really hyper and then he's exhausted. It's like, because he's with other women. Party. These people live a double life. They lie to you to your face, and he's a drug addict. He's an alcoholic and a cocaine addict. Some kind of fucking cocaine or something that he's doing. It's obvious that he's on some kind of drugs. The way he behaves and gets me all nervous and overwhelmed because his energy is such that you just get fucking exhausted around these people because they're so high strung. It's like it's exhausting because you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells. You feel like you're always having to entertain them. They get bored easily. They get distracted. It's like, grow the fuck up, dude. You have such bad ADD and arrested development, you know? I mean, I'm not your fucking mommy. Go home to mommy again. Go home to mommy and let mommy give you a bath or something, you know? Because it's just like, you're a babysitter. You're basically like a babysitter to these people because they come over to you and dump all their fucking toxicity out in my peace, in my house. This is my peaceful home. This guy comes over here and acts like he fucking owns my house. It's horrible because then what are you supposed to do? Oh, call the police and say, I've got somebody who's won't get off my property, who's stalking me, who thinks, you know, that I'm an object and he won't leave me alone. And, you know, it's like, what are they going to do? Laugh at you? You know, nobody takes this kind of thing seriously because they think it's a joke. Because there's no physical, he's not hitting me physically, but he's using coercive abuse, emotional, psychological abuse. So therefore, they can't do anything about it. Except act like I'm the one who's crazy for simply seeing it for what it is. So then, yesterday, I'm on the treadmill, right, doing my workout, and he shows up on his way to work, uninvited, and I had put up the curtain again over the door because I don't want to be fucking disturbed when I'm working, you know? I told him, I'm like, look, I'm working. This is a job. This is something that I take seriously. I have to do this for my mental, emotional well-being, and you're disrupting my work. And he doesn't give a shit because it's all about him. He shows up, pounding on the fucking door, you know, demanding that I let him in. So I let him in, and he starts staring at me like an object and trying to touch me. I'm like, don't fucking touch me. I'm trying to exercise. You know, and then he brings like some donuts or some cookies, and then the only reason they do that is so they can turn around and make fun of you and call you fat, right? Oh, you shouldn't eat that, but yeah, you know, shit like that they do to try to gaslight you. So he did that, and it's none of the gifts that they give you or the things that they do are genuinely to try to be kind. There's always some kind of backhanded compliment or some kind of reason behind it to try to make you feel bad. That's what these people do. If you have an insecurity about something, they're going to find that and pick on you about it and make fun of you. And this is how evil these people are. They're just fucking evil. And they're projecting. What he's doing is projecting all his shit onto me. All this crap with his exes and all this shit, it's not my fucking fault, dude. You're the one who can't be alone. You're the one who's a serial fornicator and cheater and liar. So you dug your fucking hole, you get out of it. I'm not here to fucking save you from your toxic fucking bullshit relationship with this fiance of yours who apparently is a pot smoker and an alcoholic and she's violent. Well, then but she's all over your Facebook and look at you two happy lovebirds. What the fuck do you want me to do about it, dude? You lied to me about everything already, so what? Not my fucking problem. You deal with it. That's your mess to fucking clean up, not mine. And then another thing that he does, because I use Mint Mobile phone, right? Okay, so he brings over a pair of shorts, right? And I don't ask him for gifts. I don't want his gifts because, like I said, it's always something really abusive behind these gifts. He came over here with these shorts, these little cut-off shorts, and he's like, "Oh, they're a size 2, and what size are you?" I'm like, "I've told you before what size shorts or dress I am. Why are you so obsessed with my fucking clothing size and my body? What is your fucking problem?" So he brings these shorts over that are a size 2 from this place, the same place where he got that little tight little black dress that I don't have anymore. That basically got, I don't know what the fuck happened to that thing, but everything that this guy touches, everything that he gives me is like it's tainted or cursed, is what it feels like. So he gives me these little tight little shorts, and they're like, he's like, I got you some mint green shorts at the mall at H&M. And I'm like, "Oh, really? Why did you do that?" And he's like, "Yeah, they're mint." He's like, "They're mint green." He kept saying they're this mint green color. And I'm like, what are you trying to say here? "Oh, I know, because I have Mint Mobile." Is that it? Is that what you're trying to say? And I won't give you my fucking phone number. And because of the fact that I've changed my number so many times with Mint Mobile, what is that? Is that what you're trying to fucking say here? Because I see that too, you dumbass. You know, more of your fucking gaslighting shit. So he gives me these shorts, which it's like, I'm going to give them back to him. I don't want his gift, who's shit. Yeah, he gave me these shorts from this place. These mint, like green color shorts. And then he's like, "Put them on, try them on, hurry up, try them on. What size are you? What size?" It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. It's like he's just such a fucking pervert, obsessed with, like, he's a fucking sex addict. And it's so nauseating and annoying to be around these kinds of men because they are always, I'm telling you people, women out there, if you're involved with somebody who's a sex addict, narcissist, they're always going to be fucking cheating on you, okay? They're always going to have a double life. They're going to have a phone or multiple phones with multiple contacts. They're going to be completely hiding shit from you. Just let that be a warning, because they will tell you shit all day and long that you're the only one that they've been with, and it's all a fucking lie, because I found out for myself that this man was lying to me about every fucking thing you can imagine. He probably doesn't even work where the fuck he says he works, and for all I care, I don't even give a shit. But I'm just saying that everything out of his mouth has been a lie. Just about everything. About who he is, where he works, the people he's involved with, what he's really doing. Most of it has been a lie. Most of it has been a big fat lie to try to get me to confuse so that you get my bank, what do you want, my fucking bank account information, my social security number? What are you trying to do to me besides kill me and destroy my life? What do you really fucking want from me? You know, because these people will stop at nothing to try to ruin you and to try to ruin your life, your hobbies, your health, your job, if you or have one that they haven't already fucked up that, if you're lucky enough. And then no one believes you. See, I'm the one who's crazy for talking about it. I'm the one who's so fucked up. Why don't you just get out of the relationship? Walk away, Lindsay. It's not enough that I've had to change my fucking phone number 20 times. It's not enough that I can't afford to just up and relocate. If I could, I would. If I had the money to just up and move out of the city, I would do that. I would, to get away from these people, and especially him. But I can't do that. I don't have the luxury to just move and travel all over because I don't have that kind of money to get away from these kinds of toxic, demon-possessed, criminal cartel, fucking money laundering, demonic sex cult, whatever the fuck it is, drug cartel people. I can't get away. What am I supposed to do? They all know about me, all his goddamn fucking drug cartel friends and his They all know about me, so I'm gang stalked every fucking where I go. I'm smear campaigned at the fucking gym because of this asshole and other people. But it's okay for him because he's Mr. I work at Saks Fifth Avenue and I know so and such and look at me and I'm Luis Valdez and I wear a suit and tie and I'm a salesman and I can have anybody I want and I can treat people like an object and destroy their lives. Really? Really? How many women have you done this to? How many women do you fucking do this to? Is that what you're doing to this woman on your Facebook, or is that just your little co-conspirator, or your, I don't know, whatever you call it. What am I trying to say? His little companion, his little criminal companion bitch who is an insurance agent. I mean, what the fuck do these people do? And I have the right to know because what he's doing to me, he's trying to fucking ruin my life. Completely. Ever since I've known him, so many bad things have happened to me since I've known this man. So much shit has happened to me since this man came into my life 3 years ago. So many bad things, so much bad luck, so much money lost. And who hired you, asshole? Who the fuck hired you to try to be my fucking handler? Because you better get the fuck out of my fucking life and get on with your fucking life and quit hoovering me and bothering me. Because I have to talk about this shit because it's fucking crazy. It's horrible. It's horribly abusive. And then they lie to your face and act like you're the problem. No, you're the fucking problem, asshole. You're the fucking stalker, not me. I don't go stalking you at your fucking job and getting your fucking phone and getting all your contacts. I don't do that shit. Or getting a hold of your goddamn fucking Facebook profile and hacking into your goddamn Facebook. Like apparently this woman did. This Nydia Cardenius girl did. Which is a fucking lie as well. So, oh my God. And yesterday, so I told him, he didn't show up today. Thank God he didn't show up today, interrupting me. But yesterday when I went to do some errands and I came home and I noticed that there's been somebody's been in my house because some of my cards, my tarot cards, which I had put on my table, I know that I had put some of them right here. Several of them I found 2 of them right here, just on the floor. When I walked in, there were just 2 of them set up like this on the floor, right there in this little entry thing, just set up like that, okay? I'm like, what the fuck is that all about? Somebody put they just put them right there on the floor like that. And I know I didn't do that. I know I didn't fucking put the cards there. I know exactly where I put there, right there like that, 2 of them. Whereas I had placed them on the table, several of them that were on my table, okay? So that happened when I saw that. I noticed that when I got home yesterday. And then another thing that I noticed is that I had HEB about a week ago, like right after Valentine's Day, on Valentine's Day I think it was, or the day after, or the day before. I was leaving the HEB I was leaving the store over there at Necrelis, and I found, as I was walking out the door, there was a rose, a single-stemmed little rose on the ground, so I picked it up and put it in my purse. And I had that rose in this little red cup thing, this little glass. It was in there, just in there, okay? And all of a sudden, yesterday, I noticed that the fucking rose petals, somebody took the rose out of the glass. Somebody took it out of that red cup, and the rose petals are scattered all over here. Somebody basically took tore up the flowers, tore up the petals, and threw them all over my here. Just threw these rose petals all over my table here. Right back there. Okay? Who the fuck did that? Who did that? I didn't do that. I didn't take the rose out of here and destroy it and put it on and do that. I know for a fact that I didn't do that, but somebody destroyed it. It was, who did that? Who was in my house? They put the tarot cards on the goddamn floor like that, and then they fucking destroyed that rose that I had. And I know that for a fact. I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not lying about this at all. This is part of this goddamn gang stalking shit, this harassment program to get me confused, to gaslight me, to overwhelm me, and to force me to have to fucking talk about this illegal entry of my house that these people are doing. So somebody is coming into my house when I'm not here, and God knows they're probably poisoning my food. They probably have put hidden cameras in this house, obviously. So all these things that are happening to me are 100% illegal. And then no one believes me. If I talk about it, no one believes a word that I say. So there, I had to document this.